Welcome on my road to 2000. And yeah, I'm going to my road to 2000, and as soon as I get there, I will challenge Ray Enigma to play some games, and winner keeps the suit. So support me in this road, and I think it will be a lot of fun. In the meanwhile, I'm playing against Vedwar. Nice name. And this is a King's Indian, where you have the first 5 moves you can basically play blind. And he goes for this setup. Yeah, that's so either you want to break with the c5 or the e5 pawn, and he wants to break with the c5 pawn, and then we go into a Benoni kind of position where the d6 pawn is sometimes a bit weak. Let's see what he does. You don't really want to, allow your opponent to get this advance with the b5 pawn. So a4 is a good move here, because otherwise after takes, black gets the opportunity to get a very nice center. And we don't want to allow that, of course. Because now we can simply take it, and we have the knight, the bishop, and the pawn who have control over this square. And yeah, my opponent needs to find a way to develop his pieces in a good way. This is not an option now. I'll simply take it. And I have my own plans in this position. So I think bishop d5 is a good next move. Let's already play it. And if here, then we drop back. Takes doesn't really work, because I can take it like this. So the bishop is not hanging. And then we will reinforce it. And then the pawn needs to make a choice where it's going. And note that this pawn is weak for the moment. Here I will even go here likely. And if the knight goes here, then I will reinforce the pressure on the pawn. So there's some play there. There is some play there for me. I understand that he's thinking, because, yeah, where does your knight go for now? Because if you go, yeah, well, already goes there. Let's go here, because if this then takes, then the knight doesn't have any squares. This is quite a common mistake in these lines, and often I want to go h3 anyway. And on the other side, it's a bit slow. So yeah. So often black wants to go here and then here, sacrifice a pawn for an open c-file. Not the biggest fan myself of these kind of positions for black, but you definitely get some play in. At the same time, I think my h3 move was a bit weakening. But yeah, I think, yeah, that's what I thought. This is basically his only move to make. Let's retreat. And then reinforce this. Maybe it will go here. Maybe it will go here. Let's see. This is still not an option because of f4. Because f4 simply traps the knight. Now he goes there, but how are you going to defend your pawns, my friend? f4 is also an interesting move. f4 needs to drop back, and then f5. But I think I could achieve the same here to this move, and then going f4. And then I'm really breaking open his king position. So that's even nicer for me. Maybe he could drop back though. I don't think so. Because then I think I would just continue forward. And if he goes back, then this might be a nice move at some point going here. Yeah, this is a move I don't really have to think about. If here, I don't think I will take. Maybe I will. Maybe I will. But this is also an interesting move. But it might lock up the position a bit too much. Maybe I should actually take. Could also take with a knight. Taking this one. What about this? Here. This move. And then going for the h-pawn move at some point. Probably that's best. Probably that's best. Let's see. Maybe it's not. If it's not, then it's not. Maybe this will be a move at some point. But I need to be mindful of this pawn. He goes there. Very out of the game, so I was already planning to go here, and I think then this is a move which potentially traps stuff. At the same time, he wants to take here. Now he wants to set up this. Here, here, and he's threatening to take here. Maybe I should bring my rook in first. Yeah, but now I'll go here, where I was already heading to. Still threatening this, huh? Where is he going? I don't really see it for him. He goes there. What if I take? Queen takes, and this is not an option. What about this move? It looks very strong. That looks to be just winning, right? Takes, take, check. Yeah, if that's not game over, let's just go for it. If that's not game over, then what is? Right, then what is? Check here. I could always drop back even, huh? And I've won a pawn. But take, then he wants to go here. Yeah, but your knight is also hanging in the end, huh, my friend? Giving up this knight. And then this one is hanging, so it is not really working. And this is not working. I can simply take it. That's 2 pieces, huh? That's 2 pieces, and this knight is still out of the game. Maybe even take with the bishop. To have no nonsense at all. Yeah, let's just take with the bishop. And yeah, takes and this. And there is another piece falling. Yeah, he resigns. That makes a lot of sense. And let's check out the game review. I played with a 92% accuracy, like a 2250. Look at that. That's super nice. I'm very happy with that. That was a really nice attacking game, right? I liked it. So I like to play against the Benoni. Here I played f3 first, by the way, because if you go here, then you might enter Grunfelds, which are very theoretical. I know quite a bit about it, but I like f3 first, giving also some different sauce. Because if you go here, then I go here, and the Grunfeld players are used to taking the knight here. For example, in this position. Wait, this. Taking the knight. And they know a lot about these positions, but with f3 they can't take the knight, as I just showed. And so there's a different setup for them. And yeah, a4, like I said, if I wouldn't have done it, for example, here, then takes, and yeah, black gets a good setup here, which you would like to avoid. So it's a simple a4, and yeah, get the bishop out here. Knight here was not too strong. Maybe I should have gone for queen c7 instead. Going back. Yeah, and here I was already tricking him a bit. I'm already much better. Computer doesn't like f4 too much, but well, it's still very good. So yeah, and I think here his knight is just out of the game, and now I just was thinking, okay, so this is the attack, right? I have my bishops here. The knight is out of the game. My knight has good squares. The only thing was a bit of this diagonal, so that's why I also brought this rook in. So there's no stuff after knight here. So I was thinking, like, if this, then this, for example, and if I would go for this, then this is a move because of my hanging bishop over here. So that's why I played my rook to e1 first, and now going here. Now I have an easy way to defend here, but yeah, I thought this was a really good move. It is already a good move, but this just simply gives up the bishop. I think it's a beauty of a move. Setting up the X-ray, attacking the knight, what to do. Computer says to simply take, then I take back, king f8, and this is difficult to defend, and I already win back this knight. And yeah, you can take here and here, but yeah, this looks very good for me. But this would have been best for black. And well, maybe instead you would get some play in here. This is actually the best move now for black. Interesting. And I will start running these pawns up the board. Right, so, well, my opponent didn't choose for that, but this gives up 2 pieces. And I get a third one here for the 1 bishop I gave. So yeah, this is simply game over. Check is what the computer prefers. And then maybe you get some play here, but yeah, this is just simply winning e5 is completely crushing for me in this position. Thank you so much for the game, Vetvar. Guys, don't forget to like, subscribe, and see you tomorrow. Bye bye!